So and so, I hereby inform you, you died at young age and thus did not realize the great principle of marriage. You sleep alone in the dark world and lack the intimacy of man and woman. Just as living people long for companionship, the dead fear loneliness as well. Unexpectedly, so and so's family had a daughter who just passed away like an autumn leaf. We sent a betrothal for you so your souls might meet. We selected this auspicious day for the rite of your union. We also set out an offering next to your shrine tablet, furnished with all kinds of food. Please send your spirit down to the banquet and eat the meal. So began a ritual known as Chinese ghost marriage. A ghost marriage is a marriage in which one or both parties are deceased. Other forms of ghost marriage are practiced worldwide, notably in France since 1959 and in South Sudan, where it may involve marriage to a living relative of the deceased. Chinese ghost marriages date back to the pre-Qin period, 221 to 207 BC, with a history stretching back 3,000 years, and the practice continues today. Traditional Chinese beliefs hold that a person's existence continues in the afterlife, a realm that mirrors the living world, including elements such as money, housing, and marriage. While material wealth can be transferred to the deceased by burning paper representations of money, houses, and other items, arranging a marriage for the deceased is a much more complex process. If a man dies unmarried, his spirit may bring misfortune to his natal family, the family of his betrothed, or even to the families of his deceased sisters-in-law. This misfortune often manifests as illness affecting one or more family members. When conventional treatments fail to cure the sickness, the family turns to divination and discovers the plight of the ghost through a séance. A spirit might also appear to a family member in a dream, seeking a spouse. In Marjorie Topley's book, Ghost Marriages Among the Singapore Chinese, a further note, a 14-year-old Cantonese boy who passed away appeared to his mother in a dream about a month after his death, expressing his desire to marry a girl who had recently died in Ipoh, Perak, Malaysia. The son did not disclose the girl's name, but his mother consulted a Cantonese spirit medium who relayed details provided by the boy, including the girl's name, place of birth, age, and astrological details that were later found to be compatible with his. Besides the fear of the dead haunting the living, ghost marriages are also influenced by China's ancient patriarchal system, which views marriage as crucial for the continuation of the family bloodline. In extreme cases, men who remain unmarried and leave no progeny may even be barred from burial in the family tomb. Thus, ghost marriages were often performed for men to ensure progeny and preserve the family lineage. The spouse of a deceased male could adopt a child to carry on the family name, typically preferring male kin patrilineally related to the deceased. Often, a brother would assign one of his sons to continue the lineage, formalized by a contract under the deceased man's tablet. The adopted son would then perform ancestral rites on his foster father's birth and death anniversaries and inherit his share of the family estate. In the case of the death of her fiancé, a living bride could opt to proceed with the wedding, symbolized by a white cockerel at the ceremony. However, some women hesitated due to the requirements of participating in funeral rituals, observing mourning customs, including strict dress and conduct standards, taking a vow of celibacy, and immediately moving in with the deceased's family. No such obligations are recorded for men in similar situations. In traditional Chinese death customs, an unmarried woman lacks descendants to honor her or include her in a lineage. Each household prominently displays an altar with spirit tablets of paternal ancestors and images of gods. A married woman's tablet resides on her husband's family altar. However, if an eligible woman dies unmarried, her family cannot place her tablet on their home altar. Instead, she receives a temporary paper tablet, placed discreetly in a corner near the door. Another custom for unmarried daughters prohibits them from dying in their natal home. Instead, families may build a temple or death house for spinsters, or take them to a shed, empty house, or outlying buildings to die. Since women gain membership in descent lines solely through marriage, ghost marriage became a practical solution ensuring that unmarried, deceased daughters maintain affiliation with a male lineage and receive proper care after death. Due to Chinese customs dictating that younger brothers should not marry before their elder brothers, a ghost marriage for a deceased older brother might be arranged just before a younger brother's wedding to avoid incurring the disfavor of his brother's ghost. The practice of ghost marriages is most prevalent in northern China, particularly in provinces such as Shaanxi, Shandong, and Hebei. In these regions, two primary types of ghost marriages are observed. The first type involves couples who died either before or after becoming engaged. Out of love and longing, their parents organize a wedding ceremony and bury them together. The second type involves individuals who were not betrothed and did not know each other in life. They are posthumously matched through a matchmaker. Parents seek a suitable partner for their deceased child, inquire about the other person's family background, occupation, age, and request photos. A wedding ceremony is then conducted, and the bodies are exhumed and reburied together in a new grave. In ghost marriages, many traditional marriage rituals are observed, but due to the involvement of deceased individuals, they are represented differently, often through effigies made of paper, bamboo, or cloth. The ancestral tablet of the deceased is placed within the effigy, effectively animating it with the spirit intended to be married. After the marriage festivities conclude, this effigy, now containing the ancestral tablet, is placed alongside the tablets of the groom's family. The effigies are dressed in real clothing resembling typical bridal attire. The room is also filled with other paper effigies representing household items such as a dressing table with a mirror, a dining table with 6 stools, a safe for money, a refrigerator, and trunks filled with paper clothes and fabric. After the marriage ceremony concludes, all these paper belongings are burned as offerings to be used by the couple in the spirit world. In cases where one partner in a ghost marriage is still alive, such as when a living groom marries a ghost bride, the effigy is similarly constructed and burned after the ceremony. The difference is that if a living groom is marrying a ghost bride, he wears black gloves instead of the customary white. Finding partners for deceased children is often challenging for parents, leading to the emergence of matchmaking services. This has had horrendous consequences. For example, the bodies and ashes of young women have become commodities bought and sold in ghost marriages, resulting in reported cases of female corpses being stolen. There have also been cases of murder of women specifically to obtain bodies for these ghost marriages. In 2016, a man from Gansu province in north-central China murdered 2 women with mental health conditions and sold their bodies for ghost marriages. He was sentenced to death in 2021. China has been making efforts to clamp down on such incidents. Anyone who steals, rapes, or destroys a corpse can receive a prison term of up to 3 years. The custom of ghost marriages is also practiced in Chinese communities outside mainland China and across Southeast Asia. In Taiwan, these marriages are known as Chu Shenju, meaning marrying the spirit tablet. When a single woman dies, her family places red envelopes containing cash, paper money, or the deceased's hair or nails on a road, waiting for a man to pick them up and become the groom. Refusing to marry the ghost bride is believed to bring bad luck.